West and East came together in Egypt when President Roosevelt and Mr. Churchill, on their way home from Yalta, met in new conferences. First to arrive is King Farouk, Egypt's 24-year-old ruler, welcomed aboard an American destroyer by Mr. Roosevelt and his daughter, Mrs. John Boetica. The earlier talks were brief and carried through without ceremony in the Western manner. Next visitor to call on the President is the Emperor of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie, Lion of Judah and descendant of the Queen of Sheba. He has not forgotten his country's war with Mussolini and realizes the strength that lies in international unity. A series of independent conferences was also held by Mr. Churchill at the Auberge du Lac, 40 miles from Cairo. Here, the PM met Ibn Saud, King of Arabia, father of 60 sons, whose romantic rise to power has already passed into the rich legends of the desert. Behind him stands his famous dagger guard of Arabs who never leave his person. This is the first time Ibn Saud has left Arabia. The American destroyer which brought him to Cairo had a huge desert tent erected on its carpeted deck. This meeting, conforming to the ancient and unchanging precepts of Arab ritual, lasted several hours. Even leave-taking becomes a ceremonial. Meetings with King Farouk and members of his government completed the British round of conferences. Most important of these was held at the Egyptian Council of Ministers' offices in Cairo, attended by Mr. Eden, Lord Killearn, and Sir Alexander Cadogan. A few days after these pictures were taken, and immediately following his proclamation of Egypt's declaration of war against Germany, Ahmed Meher Pasha, wearing the fez, was murdered by an assassin. The only sad note in these magnificently hopeful meetings.